Imagine being at a tech summit and suddenly having to inhale air in the proximity of these guys who decided to shed their clothes just as Delhi's weather is warming up. It's becoming very hot in the city right now. Imagine wanting AI but instead getting BO. Thankfully, I wasn't at Delhi's Bharat Mandapam today, but thousands of people were with these guys. Thousands of people there. The Congress's topless protest at the India AI Summit has triggered exactly the reactions you would expect. Outrage from the government and from the BJP. And the Congress defending it as legitimate democratic protest over the India-US trade deal. On the face of it, protests like these at the global summits are not unusual at all. In fact, they are almost expected. They are a fixture. From Davos to Cancun to Bali, major international events attract activists, demonstrators, and headline-grabbing theatrics, flash mobs, etc. It's totally normal. The Congress clearly hopes the public will see today's cringeworthy spectacle of men in their vests in that same light, a democratic expression of indignation over trade and policy concerns. But the reality is something else. What we saw today was not global-style activism. It was yet another display of the Congress's deep disconnect with India's public mood. And it came barely a day after the India AI Summit actually came together in a strong and substantive way. Now, let me be absolutely clear. I blame nobody for the massive media frenzy over the Galgotia's Chinese robo-dog embarrassment. In my personal view, it was a small but telling metaphor for India's vulnerabilities when it comes to quality checks, performance standards, and the choices of who represents India's AI ecosystem. It was damaging, and frankly, the government deserved much of the criticism it received the day before yesterday. But for the principal opposition party to reduce the entire summit to that single episode revealed something very important. It showed how desperately the Congress party wanted the AI summit to fail and by extension for India to stumble. Rahul Gandhi, by the way, said nothing about the summit substance, nothing about India's AI ambitions, only mockery of the Galgotia's episode. That was the precursor. Today's topless protest by Rahul Gandhi's evidently unemployed foot soldiers was simply the next step and was perhaps only to be expected. The public will not be fooled, however, in my view, because while people mocked the Galgotia's fiasco and rightly questioned the government for its quality checks and who they gave valuable space to in an international summit, they also understand the larger picture. The public sab janta hai. Once you step back from the media frenzy, that embarrassment was a diversion inside a serious and consequential event that showcased real progress in India's AI story. Unlike the public, the Congress, and you saw what they did today, seems unable to separate political frustration from national interest. For its leadership, anything that goes right in India is seen as not as a national gain, but a win for Modi and the BJP. Which is why when Emmanuel Macron and other international leaders compliment India's UPI digital payments, the Congress feels attacked and victimized. Or when Sundar Pichai says he has seen tremendous change in an AI-ready India, the Congress doesn't feel pride but pain. And that is the real problem when a party, the principal opposition party, the second largest party in the country, cannot celebrate national progress without political irritation. It begins to make these bad, horrible, stinking choices like the one it did today at the Bharat Mandapam. Today's topless protest is one of them, an attempt to dress up political frustration as activism. There was no activism in this. The public sees it for what it is, not dissent, not strategy, because the Congress wants you to think that this is righteous indignation reflecting public anger. But if you see the images of how the public treated these youth Congress workers, you will know what the public mood actually is. Some of these people even got thrashed. Just another cringe moment from a party that still cannot handle the idea of India doing well without them at the helm of affairs.